Ahoy! Welcome back aboard the proud endeavour. The caretaker and his friend have spent a lot of time working on infrastructure, salvaging old human technology. But what use is that if we don't actually achieve our prime directive and resurrect humanity? So tonight, we're going to focus on growing a committee or two so that we have a committee of committees. I already have 10 humans down in the hold, but we need more. And today we're going to stress test the Lazarus facility that we have built and just churn through the batches of humans. We are just off a dive site here. We'll be arriving shortly. You can see here on the map, just southwest of the Lazarus complex, so not too far at all. We have 4 humans in the tube that we collected last night. So if we collect another batch, we will have 8 humans. Isn't maths a cool thing? I had to turn him around because he kept falling out of his seat. We always seem to arrive at dive sites at night in the misty weather. And we do have to, I'm not sure how deep it will be, but we do have to dive down and recover the seeds. And there's a laser shark there off to starboard. We'll have to deal with jaws. I think it's a laser shark. I saw that black hump. What's the time? Just after midnight. By the time we anchor up and get ready, it might be daybreak. We are fully laden. We have full oil, diesel and petrol. So we have no worries with resources at the moment. Dropping the anchor. There's Lazarus, not far at all. Convenience is a key. So we will do the usual. Build a whole heap of depth glow so that we can see down there. It's only 80 meters down. I might position the boat right above the dive site. We might have to deal with Mr. Shark over there. They're way more deadly underwater, believe it or not. That's a normal shark. Let's see if that laser was a thing. Best way to deal with sharks, fastest way, is to use your sniper rifle. And some of these sniper rods that are able to damage underwater, they are expensive to make, so there is that trade-off. But sharks are profitable. Takes about 5 hits with this round. G'day, Baron. G'day, Gleb. Dead sharks abound. Yeah, that's that spelling mistake. Driving engagement. Quick time for tea. It's something I'll fix afterwards. No more sharkies, let's get the depth glow down. Isn't it funny when you put that much effort into a thumbnail and then mess up the spelling? I do that quite often, actually. Because my editor doesn't have a spell check, and so you're just in a hurry. I always do things last minute. Oh, it's in my action bar. Yes, let's get them down. But if I change it and never mention it again, no one will be the wiser, except you and me. And Baron. So we're just going to ring out the dive site. Hey Atomic, how you going, man? Thanks for joining us. Thank you for the gold coin. We are on a treasure hunt, not far down. The treasure being human seed. Don't go anywhere. Stay nice and close, please. You need to be grown. I think because I've played so much Subnautica, I still have this fear of drowning every time I go in the water, despite that not being a thing. Maybe it's just, you know, normal instinct. Yes, they float very slowly to the top. The first time I did this, I did them one by one, by hand up to the boat, because I was super worried. But then last night I was told just to let them float, and then I was still able to recover them in the dark, in the mist, because they have that glowing light. It's too high though. We have to carry them up. There's two. Where's number 3? Right there next to the boat. Beautiful. This one's got slime all over it. You got void trained today. Ooh. You'll have to let me know what that's like. One more. Where did you go, little cubey cube? There you are. Alright, let's get them in the tubes. I'll let the fabricator do that. The most expensive thing is the nano mesh. What's that require? Carbon fiber, but I've got heaps of that, relatively speaking. While we wait for those tubes to build, let's go shark hunting. Oh, thank you very much, Atomic. A star as well. You're very generous, mate. This one is your shark. You can have it. Don't you dare damage my jet ski. The H is for hunting. We don't use it for a helicopter. I missed with that shot. Terrible. I wish I could hang them up. The best you can do is attach them to the side of your boat. Keep them as a trophy. Okay, let's get these things in their tubes. Ladies and gentlemen, we have some new guests. They're just babies, so please be quiet. Children right in the front. Wait a minute. We have an empty one. That was lucky. That's why we do a head count. So we currently have 10 passengers, I believe. Yeah, 10 passengers plus 4 seeds. I dismantled the grinder so we would have luxurious cabin for our passengers. And that high-tech security system. Let's now make our way back to Lazarus. Oh, another shark. This is the boss shark. How much ammo do I have? 1 round. That will not do. I need the sharks for their flesh, so this is worth hunting down. I want the sniper rod. It costs carbon fiber, but let's be luxurious. In the meantime, I will aggro him so he doesn't go anywhere. After a while of patrolling, they dive really deep and then come back after some time. I think he's gone. That's unfortunate. Alright, let's just make way. I'm determined to treat this caretaker with respect. I wish I could weld him to the chair, and I wish I could weld the chair to the floor. Ahoy, Manty. How you going, mate? We just brought some new passengers aboard. We got 4 new seats. There's our laser shark friend. I haven't forgotten about him. Keep him at arm's length and he will not shoot his giant laser at us. We need to stop. That was a miss. I'm not sure if you get carbon fiber from sharks, but if you do, that makes this cost neutral. I think the laser sharks give us some chance for carbon fiber. I think it's high-tech scraps, and you get 8 of those from a laser shark. Having this thing makes water way less scary than it used to be, though, I will say. Get to play the dolphin. We just picked up a whole heap of shark bits. Can barely walk. Like 3 tons of shark. Maybe more. Heaps of paint. Just stacking the paint. Heaps of it. Everywhere. Alright, let's not tally. Well, let's just keep moving. It's a bad habit to stand around counting spoils when you've got humans in the trunk. Boat beats a rocket. You'll just have to sleep on the floor. I will get you a mattress or something. So I have 10 humans aboard. I have 2 humans in space, and I have 4 seeds aboard. And I also have 4 in the Lazarus. So yeah, we're up to 20 humans. There is another dive site pretty close, so maybe I'll get that as well, if this goes flawlessly. I did see that Transport Fever 3 was announced. We got more laser sharks. I'm excited for that. I love a bit of Transport Fever. This is one of my favorite parts of the game. Just throwing the lines, tying the boat down. Don't know why. I just think it's a great little feature. One of the most dangerous jobs in the world. Especially, even more so when there's sharks around. Sharks with freaking lasers on their heads. Okay, we have precious cargo. Let's get it inside. That's funny. Sometimes they stick real good. It refuses to budge. We have a date with human growing. Hurry, let us have this, please. That's hilarious. But yet I can pick it up. My old boss would be laughing at me. He'd be like, I told you that was the procedure. Alright, let's get them loaded before the swell rolls in. Come on the top. I'm determined to make the donk part of my playing. I've used it a lot. Alright, you're locked in. That's very nice. Who put the fuel port there? You fool! Right on the loading spot. Oh man, we had that. We had that. That's funny. We were saying last night that we wish there was a pallet version where it had slots for the tubes. These lock, but it doesn't help if you get wobbly. That's my fault for putting that fuel port there, right on the loading spot. I'll have to move it. That's for petrol. That was not the game's fault, that was my fault. Lucky OH and S don't exist anymore. I guess they will after we make these committees. Maybe we just forget to tell humanity about workplace health and safety. Do you know when Transport Fever 3 plans to release? You watched my stream yesterday and it gave you the vibe to play No Man's Sky. You get lost in that game. Quite literally lost. Yeah, I'll play Transport Fever 3. Most certainly. Alright, we got about 90 minutes to grow the first committee. So let's get it done. The humans should only take a few minutes to grow, so once we get the process started, we're all good. And then we forgot the most important ingredient, the base. Yeah, they come out pretty quick though with Transport Fever. Like, the first game was a very quick turnaround before the second game came out. The second game was just like a rebuild of the engine, just to make it better. Boats actually worked properly. Okay, we need the biomass upstairs. But first, I need to grab the fresh shark meat. And we can just dump all the rest of the stuff here. We don't need the rifle, we don't need that, and we don't need that. Remember, they are in the hold. And then for this stuff, we'll just dump it there for now. In fact, we need to dump more. We're still too heavy. We've got too much crap, quite literally, in our inventory. That's better. Better take a sip of juice. Link up the boat because I want that extra redundancy here from our power system. And also the water, actually. I don't know how it's going to handle building all the food and 8 humans. Where's the water port? Right here. Alright, good. To counteract that, let's turn on the salt water pump. Good stuff, and I'll turn on the generator as well. I need to pull out the gas port. I've done that. Why are you not running? That's why. I must have accidentally pressed a button. And then to help run the generator, we'll run petrol. Run petrol into the boat. Okay. Biomass. Drop it like it's hot. It's really heavy. It's 400 kilos of literally crap. I really hope they expand boats and planes in Transport Fever 3. And perhaps the way that cities work. Like, I don't mind that the cities are organic, but, you know, there wasn't any growth in a city. Like, it just expanded its needs, got massive footprint, but I didn't feel like, yeah, there's something missing. One of the guys in my Discord, though, Adavik, who's also a content creator, he made an amazing map. Well, not the map, but his city was great. Like, really custom. I don't think I ever went into that much effort with the actual laying of my own roads and stuff. Maybe that's why the soul was missing from my playthroughs. Oh, shit. The most important ingredient. I heard that lonely ballad playing and it reminded me. So I made a list of the first humans we're going to grow. They are a systems engineer, a growth specialist, a distributor, and a guard. And then we'll have to choose from the next committee. It's 100% a warehouse. Boomboxes, forklifts, precious cargo that doesn't get treated very well. Where are we headed? To the right. This is, for me, the unofficial theme song of this game. I really like this track. Just how playful it is. Doesn't want to lift it. No. Try again. This is all part of the plan, don't worry, guys. I've quite literally done that in real life, so... So this is going to the food production area. We drive the donk everywhere. It is an all-terrain vehicle. G'day Jason, welcome mate, how are you doing? Gotta be careful on this elevator or it will flip you. When you're going up, that is. So don't sit on the forklift. Said it yesterday and I'll say it again, this caretaker is donk certified. Probably the only living creature on the planet that can drive it. Hello, welcome to the food factory. Yep, so I'll just take all that over here. Then I think these ones need food too. Right, that's my bioorganics filled. It would be a perfect run if it wasn't for all this, like, invisible hump that's here. Alright, we've got some food here. Never put a load on the tines of a forklift without a pallet. Is one of the rules. The committee's not yet alive, though. That elevator doesn't have a choice for the middle floors, so you have to call it to stop it. This might actually go flying because there's no pallet. Nope. As you can see, I've been forklifting a lot. Okay, let's get to cooking the humies. So I want to turn that forklift off before it runs me over. It almost did. Stop. Okay, so I need 8 ultimate genesis. The ultimate supplement. Some nanite infusion. Some mitochondrial surge. Some hyper-evolution. These are all like the top tier stuff. And then I need about that many fats. Got some different ones here. I'll take these as well. These ones I've just found, and I didn't build them. I've just built top tier food. This is just so we're not slow as balls when we're walking around. Okay, the first human. This is gonna... I've really worked out how to do it now, and it's quite straightforward once you unravel the mystery that is the UI. The first thing we need to do is click the Humans tab, and we're looking for a Systems Engineer. It's a long list. I wish it was in alphabetical order. Systems Engineer. Then you click Track, and that puts him here. And now we need to meet all these metrics as well as the basic ones. The best thing about those metrics and this superfood is that the ultimate genesis gives us crazy height, crazy intellect and strength and life expectancy. So I just give 2 to everyone. So we've satisfied that instantly for just standard human. Now we need to tailor them to be a systems engineer. So they need strength as the first thing. One of these foods gives better strength than others. So let's find it. Mitochondrial surge. I'm going to give them 1. Let's see if it goes white. Okay, we've locked in enough strength to be a systems engineer, but they need logic, focus, and discipline. That's where the memories come in. Going to need another chest. We should just use a big one for food. It's heavier than memories. Strangely. The only memories that are heavy are the bowling pins and the bowling balls. So we'll just take it all. And I'll bring a chest with me just in case. So we've satisfied the growth section. He's going to be a human that lives for 104 years. He's very smart. Kind of short for earthbound human standards. And weighs nothing. He's got bird bones. They're hollow. The first thing I'm going to work on is logic. If you do it this way, you should be almost guaranteed to get what you want every time, as long as you have the memories to fill them out. So I need logic, focus, and discipline. We're working on logic first, so let's have a look here and see if I've got any memories that satisfy more than 1. So these assembly instructions have discipline and logic, which will satisfy these 2 traits. So we're going to give them a couple of assembly instructions. Having synergies there would mean that you're not wasting memories. 2 was enough. And you got a, 4 bonus points towards discipline. So while that's on the mind, let's choose discipline. And what have we got here? I probably have to be mindful rare and uncommon will be how hard they are to find. But also their value. So I want to give him some discipline. I'll give him a small tree. There's not enough discipline there to be worth giving him another assembly instruction, so I'll give him another tree. And that's enough discipline. Got us across the line. Now I think the humans are rated more if you spend more on them, but I'm just going for enough to satisfy the job description. So now focus. Focus really comes in the form of this culture, which has massive points to a lot of things. But I want to save them, I guess. So let's see if we can make it across the line, just using some meditation books. We can. So we have ourselves a system engineer, and we can just begin that. But in the interests of not entirely knowing how it works, I'm going to just make sure that we save before we cook that human, so we get the result we want. How you going, guys? Welcome. Thanks for joining me. I'm doing really well. As you can tell, I'm absolutely loving this game. It's been the only thing we've touched. But you only get to have these adventures once, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I hope you guys have too. Okay, we saved it. When you're making the humans... what was I going to say? When you're making the humans, there's a chance that they will satisfy more than one job. And I'm pretty sure that tracking the job you want is the way to, like, make it certain. So if I... yeah, we'll just begin that. Alright, so that is our systems engineer. Let's move on to the next pod. Power's still all good. So you had a half day off today as a reward. Was that for figuring out that problem, or you've done something else above and beyond? Good on you, man. You're a hard worker. You deserve that extra break. Goodness me. The hardest thing, it should have proximity, like all your other inventories. It's a pain to have to pick everything up and drop it again. So yeah, if you want to do mass production, be ready. I really should have just loaded it all in and then went go all together. This one will be a growth specialist, so let's find the human growth specialist. Right down the bottom of the list. Let's track it. So the most important stat for this is height and life expectancy, so we might have to do something different. We will add 2 of these because it's awesome for life expectancy. They've already met their quota. Now I think it was nanite. Is it nanite that gives you height? It is. Let's give them one of those. These are too expensive to keep pouring them on. I want to give 2 to each human, that's it. Hyper-evolution gives you height as well. And a mitochondrial surge. Still, they want a really tall human. Oh, it's almost as tall as I am. Patience. Alright, so now we're working on patience, creativity, and leadership. This might actually be easy to get, because patience and creativity are all stored together, I think. Creativity. They synergize. We'll do creativity first. Yeah, patience, creativity, and leadership. So we can get 2 of these just by using some cultural works. How about a video game? Excellent. 1 item satisfying 2 of those requirements. Leadership. This is the one that's going to be hard to achieve because I don't have many of them. So let's give them the art of war despite them being a growth specialist. Done. Another human ready growth specialist. In the cooker. That crate idea is too cumbersome. Let's just slowly walk around. Hey, Rolfagon, how you going, mate? We're mass producing some humans tonight. Oh, yes. Well, that's really good, man. Really good. I understand. So, this one will be a distributor. Another tall human. Okay, next we need some focus. Focus and logic. I think they synergize with some items. The Sudoku puzzle? I don't think I have any. Alright, let's do... I think I'll only use the games when it synergizes with another. It's going to need a lot of focus. Right, 20 focus was required for that one. Let's go to discipline. Logic and discipline with the assembly instructions. We satisfied logic. We need something with higher discipline. This one maybe. Commander's log. No? There we go. Enough discipline there to make a distributor. They will live to 90. They're 160 centimeters tall and they weigh as much as a feather. 26 kilos of feathers. Yes, the old-fashioned way in the future is making humans with tubes and cryo. Not the fun way, but unfortunately, that would make a game that probably would never feature on my channel. E4 Mafia. Ooh. Okay, the next on the list was a guard. So this one will probably need to be strong. Find the guard. And hopefully all those humans came out as I wanted them to. I haven't actually checked yet. So we're going to go back to the food quota. A couple of ultimate genesis to make the best human they can be. We satisfied all the growth requirements. We just need more strength. I think there is one called Bone Fortify, Muscle Fortify, 15 strength. These lower tier foods, they just don't cut it. So and you need those pink slimes and the black slimes to make these other foods, and those are pretty rare in terms of enemies that you fight. So I would say just skip these. except for the fat one, because you do need something with weight that's cheap to make. And then just go with these ones here. The 4 blue. So in the interest of getting rid of this old stock, we'll give them a muscle fortify. Immune boost looks okay for what it is. Oh, not 18 of them. That's way too many. He'd be like the Hulk. There we go. Strong enough is good enough. Next up, discipline. This is where I'm going to struggle, so hopefully we don't have any more humans that want to be disciplined. Read between the lines on that one, if you will. We need leadership and discipline. That synergizes. It's worth giving them another one. We satisfied leadership. Excellent. And discipline is done. Let's get the focus. I think I should just give them one of these because I actually have quite a few. So let's go. The most focused guard ever. Plays a lot of 100-meter dash. Growth time 3 minutes and 40 seconds, 10 kilowatt hours. And 10,000 liters of fuel. Oh, water, that is. Yeah, with lots of crying. When you find out, you mourn your bank account. So this is working really well. These are exclusive to the Lazarus tubes and they are fully charged. Water's coming in at 10,000 liters an hour. Good. Okay, we have dilly-daddled enough. Let's get these new humans ready to be grown. Let's just drop all the memories for a moment. Carrying around 18 kilograms of bowling pins. It's bound to slow you down. Still pretty encumbered. Drop the gun. Don't need that right now. This one is growing. What did we get with this one here? Did we get what we wanted? Systems engineer. Excellent. Growth specialist. Excellent. And no mutations. That's a nice change. You saw nothing. Average Amazon delivery driver. Sorry, we should check that. A distributor, yes. You ready, kids? Your brother or sister will be cooked in a moment. Let's get the fresh seed inside the tubes. I've seen a lot of people say it sucks waiting around for the food, but honestly, I've made heaps of food just tinkering around the base. And I think I've got more than enough. Hurry up and cook. We need to make sure we got 4 from 4. Just running around in circles while this other human cooks. Did I not start you? Wait. Okay, that's odd. Okay, yeah, it's good. Yeah, well, these are spacefaring people, so they don't need a lot of muscle mass. They probably won't make use of it. Okay, we got a new committee. Born in a day. Got some nice acoustics in here. It's a shame you can't like link them all together and have a full sound system. That one was trying to sneak on board the ship without being grown. Not sure how I got that to stay on, but it's convenient. Probably all of them. Knowing me. If I made him, I've got autism. Thanks very much for that, Grim Reaper. I appreciate that support, mate. Sounds like the Church to Humanity is rocking. Alright, if any of you survive the night getting assaulted by worms, you may go to the rocket facility. Bring in the next pile of humans. Because that's what we're growing them from. Oh, competition, and I was celebrating another gold coin from Atomic. Nearly pushed all the poop off the elevator. Thanks very much for those, guys. I really appreciate that. It helps out immensely. Would you stop it? Yeah, I feel that, man. Thanks very much for your support, mate. Enjoy your day at work. And I look forward to talking to you again soon. Through the archway. So, it seems like humanity are really just piles of poop. Potentially offensive organic products. Subtle. So we're going to head back to the food production area, start a new batch of food, get this stuff through the soil forge. I've got heaps to cook. We don't need it, but it would be nice to maybe get 12 humans done tonight. That was pretty quick, and we got exactly what we wanted. I saw a guy on Reddit say, "How are you supposed to navigate these stairs in the Lazarus?" I'm like, that's how you do it, bro. Backwards. With your fork up to center your weight. I think that contact's safe. There's no true competition here. You're all equals in my eyes. You all offer something entirely unique. The poop is here. We need the sounds. We need music up here too. Ugh. Supposed to turn the forklift off before you dismount. We'll run you over. The first thing we want to cook is the flesh. The shark flesh. The seaweed. A little bit of flake. A little bit of sushi. And some bioorganics for filler. Screw it. I'm just going to throw everything in the soil forge. And just see how quickly this thing can forge the soil. We'll even put our dark and light matter through it. They do, Animal Cracker, they do. I believe it's determined by how long they're in there, as well as how many items you feed to them. Alright. I hope you're ready, Mr. Forge. We're gonna... You might be wondering, why is there a bed there? Well, this is what raw nutrients look like. Raw for God, you cheeky. There's a lot of food being boiled up. We're also making heaps of methane. We've got methane storage here, and this is run back to the boat. So these are free rocket launchers. Oh, we missed the first blob, sorry. That's omega-3. Has a satisfying splat sound. The soil forge is too loud though, and we missed the other cube come out. The nutrients crap table, indeed. Just slap it all together and see what comes out at the end. There, more omega-3. This is coming from the bioorganics. So I have heaps of this stuff. What we really need is this stuff from the shark flesh. And from the dark and light. More omega-3, hello. I did put a lot in there though. It's only making omega-3. Where is the shark flesh? And it should be making protein and carbohydrates as well. Maybe I shouldn't have mixed them. I do not want to waste this dark matter, so we'll do it separately. Oh no, it's coming out now. Oh, everywhere. It's storing it up for us. Nice. A little bit of poop roulette. So I take the shiny ones and the blue ones. I'll just put them here. Everything else just goes in this crate. As you can see, we have a lot of omega-3, so I don't know really what I'm going to do with this excess stuff. Alright, let's get started on the next phase of the operation. We want to make more ultimate genesis. This uses a lot of power and a lot of water to make, but 2 of them is enough to grow a human completely. So I will make 5 of everything in the top tier foods. This one here is good, but it shares ingredients with the other top tier foods, so it's not worth making. And I haven't been able to find any vitamin D. I believe that comes from pink slimes, and I just never find them. I'm going to repurpose this crate for food downstairs. Food, biohazard, whatever. It's all the same. A little bit of paint, and no one will know what it used to store. Always do that on this machine. Okay. So, Ultimate Genesis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nanite Infusion. Some Surge. And some Hyper Evolution. And 2 High Fat for good measure. Soil Forge has finally finished. Here we might get the splatty sound. Thank you for that advice, mate. I appreciate it. So it comes out last. We don't need these plans anymore. This is just low quality stuff. So, oh, the seaweed's here. Let's cook that too. Now, I've put a lot of pressure on this power line, but we do have batteries just outside the room that solely power this room. So I think it should be fine. They just have to share the power load. Because they both draw a megawatt when they're doing Ultimate Genesis. It's only for a short time, so if you stagger it, it should be okay. Soil Forge, nearly 150 kilowatts, so it's okay. Good. Methane. Fully filled after that cooking. Some much needed protein and carbohydrates. And now we just let them do their thing, because we already have enough food to grow these next humans. Oh no, something's happened. What happened? Oh, it's actually out of fuel. I've never refueled this since I've built it, so that has some fuel efficiency for certain. And I've got no supplies. It's just going to have to stay there. Okay. We'll have to head upstairs and have a look at the whole of humanity to see what committee I want next. Now's a good time to save it. So I have done deck operations. They're in the boat waiting to go. Habitat care are waiting to go. That was transit and distribution that we just completed. I started doing field continuance, but I couldn't make the existential chancellor. I just couldn't reach the threshold for that character, so they must be a difficult one to make. I'm not sure how the tiers of humans work. So I think this will be hard for me to fulfill as well, because I don't have much discipline, and I have a feeling that Station Quartermaster and Protector will be discipline heavy. These sound high-tech as well. Yeah, tier 2. Oh wait, power and security is tier 1. Maybe we should try it. Yeah, power and security. Let's give it a shot. So, we need... Just let me get my old pen and paper. We need an energy engineer. We need a resource director. Once you know how it works, this is the hardest bit, remembering which ones you want to build. Station Quartermaster. I'm worried I won't have enough discipline though, that's the thing. Station Protector. And then I might choose a couple of backups in case I can't make the ones I want here. These are all tier 2, tier 3 even. I have a visual technician actually in cultural and memory. That was one of the first humans I made. So let's try and aim for a sculptor, because I have heaps of culture. Or is it communication? Something like that. And manual holder. That sounds technical. I have a few manuals. So they're our 2 extras in case we can't make the security team. Let's go. I have a feeling an energy engineer might be the hardest one to make there, even perhaps the resource direct... No. Station quartermaster I feel like is going to be hard too. Alright, let's refuel that donk and get it out of the way. And we will do the food first. Just take it all. Hello, hello, hello. Guess what? You are going to be born as an energy engineer. Your fate has been chosen for you. Assuming we have enough piece of paper. Energy engineer. Track it. Add in the obligatory ultimate genesis. 1, 2. Now we need to satisfy strength, so we give them a mitochondrial surge. Or 2. Or 3. Ooh. Or 4. Yes. Made it. Discipline is going to be hard to match. Combat music in what the? Okay. Getting assaulted by worms. Alright, the first one we want is logic. See if we've got any synergies here. Yes, we do. With the assembly instructions, we'll give them 2 of those. 3 points in discipline is always good. I'll give them 1 programming manual or 2. Yes, we've satisfied logic. Let's go to focus. Surprisingly, I've got lots of focus, but I have to use music or games to get it across the line, and that's also adaptability, creativity, and patience. Just going to give him 1. Have the 100-meter dash 2 like that guard guy. Maybe you can have a LAN party up in space. Then next, discipline. Patience as well is hard to come by. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to satisfy this committee. can't afford the commander's log. I need that for leadership. Maybe another tree. There we go. Begin the energy engineer. A tier 2 human? A tier 1 human? We'll find out. Okay, the next one we need is a resource director. Praise Gaben indeed. I'm very old-fashioned. I always have my notebook and pen. Because then I can read my notes in bed without being harassed about being on my device. Too many, if any. We need strength and logic, focus and discipline. This might be... Oh wait, I've chosen the wrong one. We need to find the correct human. Resource director. This will change the equation somewhat. Height, focus, discipline, and logic. So we'll give them a hyper evolution. And a couple of surges. A nanite infusion, and that makes us to focus, to height requirements. Now we need focus. This is going to be difficult as well. Yeah, we're running low on these. Alright, another candidate for the 100-meter dash LAN party. Still not enough focus. Give them a guitar too? Nope. Well, you can have the triple jump too. There you go. Discipline. I don't know what the threshold is, so I'll just keep pushing it until I know the number. Wow. It's going to use all of our discipline items. 41 is the magic number. Do I want to do that? I think I've got to, if I want to make that committee. But I don't think we're going to get the quartermaster or the protector because they'll need discipline as well. Alright, we'll cook them, that's fine. We do have 2 other roles that the next humans can have if we can't make those requirements. They are more culture based, so there'll be sculptor or manual holder. So let's check out what a quartermaster needs. Oh, no discipline, empathy and communication. This is going to be good to get. Firstly, let's satisfy their life expectancy requirements. Not bad. I'll give them an extra one so they can live as long as everyone else. Leadership. They don't need any other physical requirements, so they're only going to be 30 kilos as well. But they're space civilization from now on. They don't need those dense bones. Let's go with leadership first. That'll be the hardest to satisfy. This one synergizes with communication, so I'll give them that. Damn. Oh, we made it. We made it. We made it. Alright, empathy and communication should be easy for me to get. I got a few teddy bears. So I'll give them one each of all the empathy items. And, oh, cards are communication too. Great, satisfied communication. We will get our quartermaster. If I choose a culture committee next, I might be able to get a third committee done. Okay, the next human we need was Station Protector. It might surprise us, and we might be able to achieve that. I missed it. Where are you, Station Protector? There you are. Strength, height, discipline, leadership, and focus. I don't think we can make this, but let's try it anyway. Not worth using a logic item to satisfy discipline, so we can't do this particular class. I'll have to note this down. And how much leadership would I need? I need at least 30 leadership, which I can do, but it uses all my items. Granted, I haven't really explored too much. We've sort of just stayed around Lazarus, so there is much potential to find stuff. Alright, we're going to scrap that guy. He's no longer going to be made a station protector. You are going to be a sculptor instead. The artist, the funny artist, who couldn't make it as an army man. Alright, let's change the tracker to be a sculptor. Creativity, empathy, and communication. This should be easy to achieve. The first thing we need is to make them somewhat healthy. Creativity is the first one. Creativity, empathy, and communication. Creativity and communication. Creativity and communication. So yeah, they synergize really well, those two. He's got 2 cameras, some music notes, and 2 guitars. Must be a 4-armed human. Now, empathy, again, easy to achieve with all these teddies laying around. Lots of kids' notes, and we have ourselves a sculptor. So are they born at 40 years old, are they? Is that what you're saying? Hey, it's on them to propagate the species. I've just got to make sure there's enough humans to be able to do that. We just have a bit of a diverse gene pool and they can do their own thing. Oh no, a visual technician. That's not what we wanted. Will that change? Oh man, I thought they were going to be a sculptor. I should have checked the hierarchy. Let's just confirm the other guys came out as we wanted them. It might change as they add more items to the human. We'll see. we got a station quartermaster. That's what we wanted. They were 46 before they even got their middle age. Oh man, poor guys. Born in the Middle Ages. that is a curse. As a person that is currently in the Middle Ages, being born at that age would suck. Oh no, they became a sculptor as more stuff got added. Great. They're going to live for 150 years, I think, this person. Let's fill up. Faithful old donk. I haven't made the right cable, surely. Yeah, my humans are like that episode of The Simpsons where Bart gets magic and turns a frog inside out. They're my humans. Genetically still human though, that's all that matters to me. No one said they had to be well-adjusted humans. Where's the spare pallet when you need one? So we are one human short of the full security committee, which is a shame because I'm going to need heaps of that particular trait. No mutations. Not bad. How many humans was that? 8 humans in just over 90 minutes. Now, I don't think my rocket infrastructure is ready for 5 payloads of humans, but they're ready for the rocket, that's for sure. I will leave it a little bit of a mess for now. Let's get these guys down to the boat. Fine weather day. Great. Hello everyone, we have new friends. Make room. The Committee of Committees is here to oversee the committee we already sent up. If we have enough committees, they might make a council, which is a new type of committee. Oh dear, stabbed a human with the fork just as we hit the lip on the lift here. It bounces. Lucky this tube is reinforced. Hey, it could be worse. They could fall into a grinder. I had to resist so many impulsive thoughts when we were at the grinder place. When did I have a hold full of humans? Ignore the smell. We don't really use that anymore. Well, you can have a first-class seat. You are the distributor. So, what is that? That's 18 people, I think, now. Yeah. We got 18 humans in the hold. Turn off the Jenny. Oh shit. I used all the petrol. Wow, we used a lot of petrol with that generator running. Diesel tank is full as well. Oh yeah, no, fill it up actually. That way we can just keep making petrol. We might actually take some oil from here. For those that don't know, I've got extensive underdock resources here. We've got about 36,000 litres of oil under the dock over there. 10,000 litres of diesel... oil, diesel, fuel. Yeah, but the fuel is the smallest. So we'll take some fuel oil on to crack it down. Just check the power levels while we're here. Lazarus should pick up the slack for us. Yeah, let's make humans into diesel, that'd be nice. Higher quality biomass than we had before. I might even build a second forklift just for this job of carting around all the memories and the food when we're building humans. Let's go and find some more. Let's go and raid another seed vault. And we'll try and make some more of that culture committee. It's in the little memory box, is it? Remember oil? All the American DNA just tingling. Okay, so we did engineer, growth specialist, distributor, guard, energy engineer, resource director, station quartermaster. But the station protector is still in the wind. We have ourselves a funny artist. I need to go up and check on my power as well, just to make sure that the turbines are in good order. Which means we'll need to take pretty much everything. Yeah, I believe there's about 60 or 70 humans, but I think they add more every update as the world expands. But there are enough humans to make 2 of each profession, I think, from a rough count. So there's enough leeway there to make a few mistakes. Or just experiment. My first 2 humans were actual proper humans too. We just poured everything into them. They weren't efficient humans, but they are humans. And they have a job, so... Let's have a look at the state of the battery after growing 4 humans and the associated... 8 humans and the associated food. Great. Hardly any draw on the batteries. It's a one-way circuit, so it doesn't come back. There'll be some people that are like, just build solar panels so you don't have to do this, but I really like the wind turbines. And I always forget about the ladder. And this might just be the highest vantage point in the whole game. What the game desperately needs, though, is a way to mark off that you've finished a point of interest on the map. Because I think it's going to be hard to keep track of which seed vaults I've been to. See you next time, Lazarus. We are done for now. Go and find some more humans. Alright, we've shared enough water. Looks like our diesel tank might be empty. Oh no, good. How much fuel did we make in that short time? Enough. I put a few sharks through here before we left. That was just miscellaneous. This one needs to be iron. Humans are safely stored aboard. Let's have a look at the map. That's where we just went to. I think I've cleared this one. Have I? So there's another one just northwest of our position, but it's with a floating city too, so it might be a deep one. I think the ladder made contact with the other ladder. You just man the phone. Yes. Oh, terrible shot. Again, Mr. Crouch. If that was actually a threat, we would have died. Can't tell if I need to lead it or not. It's... Yes, we do. That was expensive. Let's not use that. Good call on the save game. Well, we know where the seed vault is. There's an angel there. This looks like it might be a deep one. Oh, look, how convenient. The fog is rolling in. Every time I've come to one of these places, the fog has rolled in. Yes, that wasn't a very efficient trade, was it? Humanity will need to get over it. Okay, what I need is some depth glow. While we wait for that, I'll just fix the boat up a bit. With those storage tanks on the stern, I tend to take laser damage to them. Sharky, deep diver. I didn't bring any cables. That's alright, we've lit the area now. Sharks everywhere, man. And we've lost the marker now for the dive site. So the dive site is just off the bow of the ship. It should be easy to find even at night. If we drop them, we send them all up at the same spot, they should be relatively easy to find. And then hope the sharks don't see us. We've got 2 on patrol. Less than 100 meters to go. Yeah, here comes the fog. Yeah, always when you're searching for seeds on the rough seas. It's never a clear day. Looks like we have sea state 10. Yes. the depth glow is going to help us narrow down the search area. I see a shark off to our left. I must remember to come back and look at this underwater city when we don't have a time pressure. Ah! This one doesn't want to come aboard. I think we might have some trouble now. Worms at the very least. We've got a few blisters appearing. Yeah, that's true. That is true. He's got a job now. He has to grow up. And like all things in life, it's a roll of the dice what happens. And what you get. And what you look like. I can see our last target right dead ahead. Okay, are all seeds present and accounted for? They are indeed. A seed in need is a friend indeed. We'll have some extra shark meat when we pull up. It's a bit wild at the moment. Now is not the time for a phone call. Can you get that, please? Wait, where did our caretaker go? Oh no. There he is. Oh, that was lucky.
I don't know if you're alive, but if you hear this,
Hopefully we are close enough. No. It's unfortunate. This should be a quick turnaround. Assuming we have all the memories needed to make some culture humies. That laser shark didn't follow us, so no shark meat for us. Remember to watch out for the fuel port this time. Don't know. Good catch. Only a slight dent. Second dent. Good, we can do that. Ah. As long as it holds the pressure, it's still gonna be good. Oh. Is there anything such thing as a minor traumatic brain injury? They'll have it. Okay, phase 1 is complete. Phase 2 is complete, the base. Okay. They didn't like me walking on their pallet. I'll cut it out. Temperamental crates. These things. So I already know which one I need next. Let's just take the food. We need a manual holder. A manual holder needs height and weight. Does it mean manual holder as in they hold the manuals to all the space station stuff? Or they just manually hold stuff? We'll never know. Humans are funny that way. We'll give them some high fat to try and meet that weight requirement, rather than using expensive food. Then we need communication, wisdom, and patience. Okay, communication is the closest. Wisdom and patience. Oh, we got it with 1. That's great. Love letters. And we got it there in 1 as well. So then we just need patience. Maybe you can have some of these bowling balls we've been collecting. Or bowling pins. This guy's going with love letters and bowling pins. Begin the growth. Now we just need to duck upstairs to check what the rest of that committee was. I already have the visual technician. I believe that was the 3rd. But I don't know what the 4th is. Yeah, I was saying I should put up some CO2 canisters so that I've got a 20-meter radius that I can work with the forklift without poisoning every living creature. Okay, it was culture and memory. Yeah, I have a visual tech, I think. Yeah, I could have sworn I made a visual technician. Maybe not. Oh, it's because I haven't formed the committee yet. That's it. Okay. So we also need a cultural archivist. Okay, cultural archivist. What else? We'll move on to another. I think... they already sound scary to make. So deck operations are done. Habitat care is done. Transit and distribution is done. Power and security is mostly done except for the station protector. Maybe we start working on our second tier 2. These guys might need intelligence, and our food that we have is pretty good for that. So we need 3 more humans. We're going with a cultural archivist, theoretical scientist, a neuro specialist, and a professor. And then a star analyzer. But that will just be if we can't make any of the others. Alright, let's get cooking. Alright, so the first thing, choose the cultural archivist. Right at the top here, makes sense. Let's go. Ooh, they need to live for a very long time. They got 4 ultimate genesis. Next up, creativity. Creativity and communication with cameras. The same here with musical notes. Not getting very close. Shit, it's using a lot. That took all of our creativity. Oh, we're going to need some memories. Burning through them with these guys. So yeah, these high tier jobs seem to be pretty hard to make in terms of sheer amount of stuff you have to pour into it. Let's have a look at what this person needed just to make them across the line. 4 ultimate genesis, 5 cameras, 2 teddy bears, 3 guitars. But that should be that committee because I believe I already have a visual technician. No, we're nowhere near the Guardian of Humanity. I've just done all the tier 1 committees now. But we are running out of memories pretty quickly. Just let me check I haven't got any more laying around. Nope, just food. That person is finished. Manual holder, that's what we wanted. Good stuff. Still yet to find out whether they hold the manuals or they are holding everything manually. Or maybe they're doing both. Okay, next up is, let me get the old-fashioned paper, the theoretical scientist. That sounds hard. Oh, anyway, we'll give it a shot. Theoretical scientist. The obligatory double genesis. They need something that gives them intellect. Just let me sort this by food. We'll give them a nanite infusion. We have a few of these to spare. And a couple of hyper evolution. We made it across the line for intellect. We need wisdom now. Uh-oh. Alright, we're not making anyone with wisdom. So we scratch the theoretical scientist and try and make a neuro specialist. If it's right down the bottom, I'll be scared. Uh-oh. Start again. Alright, this one needs weight, so 2 ultimate genesis. 3 high fats just to get the weight in there. Let's make it 5. Yeah. Nanite infusion gives us weight, does it? No, only a tiny bit. Yeah, weight can be hard to get. This person will be the heaviest person that we have. Why does he need to be so heavy? I might have to use all my fat here. Oh, it's wisdom again, so no, we can't make a neuro specialist. Scratch that as well. Yeah, I think we've hit a bit of a roadblock now. I don't have enough memories to make these high-tier jobs. Is it a professor next? I'm trying to read my own shorthand. Professor, yep. 2 nanite infusion. 10 fat. We don't need that many. Then we need something for height. Try not to spend too many more of those infusions. Ah, wisdom again. Yeah, no, we're not going to be able to make anything from this batch. And then the star analyzer, I highly doubt. Just let me make sure I haven't made a mistake here. Just check wisdom. I might have checked wisdom and food. Yeah, I do have wisdom stuff, you idiot. Alright, start again. Yeah, I think we'll be able to make 1. So we'll go with the theoretical scientist at the top of the list. Yeah, I filtered it wrong. Make sure we untick food. That's better. Wisdom and logic. They usually synergize. And we have quite a few of these books here. Okay, wisdom is checked. Logic. When I travel around my ship, do I go up and forward on the starboard side and down and aft on the port? Yeah, I do. I certainly do. Don't ask me why. Just habit, I guess. It's like, I know there's a ladder there, but I'll still run down to aft on the port side to check the boat before I run up to the wheelhouse. Okay, next up is patience. We made logic. Patience is, I think, pretty easy to make. Yeah, we've got sporting equipment. It's all worth 1. Got a mystery box. Need a lot of patience to be a theoretical science, and you need to be tall. That's about it. Welcome to the team. Next up is the neuro specialist. We may be able to make them. Yeah, I think because, you know, you can churn through the lower tier guys pretty easy. But once you hit tier 2, tier 3, they need a whole lifetime of memories. Which means grinding. This is our archivist. What side am I on here? We're on the pump side, and we're carrying every single memory that humanity has left laying around. So we'll see if we can make this neuro specialist. I think this was the heavy guy, wasn't it? Yeah, the heavy one. Sure it's not neutron specialist? He's as dense as one. I think it was like 10 fat, wasn't it? $13 fats. That's a lot of fats, man. He's smuggling KFC up there. Next up, empathy. Don't fall for it. Don't filter by food. There is no empathetic food. I'm going to keep some of the teddy bears. Okay, we got a lot across the line with 4 teddy bears, some art from the kids, and a couple of mirrors to reflect on yourself. Next, we want patience. I think I'm running low on patience now. What the? Why are we running low on power? That's not a good thing. We need to keep one of each basketball. We had to give away some of our music. So close. Okay, we got the neuro specialist. if you track the human, you do, as far as I'm aware, because it takes the highest tier human job. And if you're sort of leaning into a couple of different jobs, then you need to kind of fine-tune, I think. I think that's what they're intending. It's not... it needs some work. I will say that. It took some thinking to try and figure out what they were trying to do and have a real look at the UI. It needs a kind of tutorial, rather than just, hey, grow a human, and then I'll come back to Lazarus and build a whole race of humans. This is my opinion. It is early access, so we do have some grace. Alright, it's time to get this stuff out of our inventory so we can move at a reasonable rate. Oh yeah, I've been finding heaps of memories everywhere I've gone. I just haven't explored enough points of interest yet. That will be my issue. I've mainly just thoroughly explored around Lazarus and a little bit around the rocket launch facility, but yeah, that's my next thing. I need to just spend a decent amount of time exploring points of interest. Did that the wrong way, did I? But we made a fair few humans tonight. I think, what did we make? 12? Yeah, I think we made 12 humans. That's a pretty damn good effort. So that brings us to a total of 30 humans, I think, in the hold. But it's getting late, so maybe my counting is terrible. I think we got at least 20-something humans. Just waiting on this last one. We better pick up all their poop. Decent amount of biomass. 135. Alright, while we wait for this guy to cook, let's go and have a look at the food room. So I think we ran pretty close to running out of power. There was a bit of a hiccup. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, if you pour too many points in for, say, if you use video games that have so many different traits to them, you might overshoot and get something that is better than what you were aiming for. I get you, yeah. Could almost put in another... I might put in another methane canister here. There's definitely space for them. Have I sent anyone to space yet? I've sent a rocket to space, yes. If that's what you mean. I sent 2 people on my first rocket, and then it said come back here and start working on the committees. It's not important, we'll just build that next time we're here. I do want to check in on the supplies into that room, just to make sure there's no faults. We did have a flicker of power and we are drawing a lot through the food processor. Right, so the food processor batteries are full, their water supply is full. But the upstairs stuff might be completely drained. Either way, Lazarus shouldn't have lost power because it has dedicated batteries. So it might have been just a hiccup. Neuro specialist. Great. Yeah, so the way the humans grow, it works out like a little bit of a logic puzzle. You know, you've got to keep a little mental table of which ones have synergies. So you're not wasting them just to get different traits. So yeah, it's like a little card game almost. It shouldn't have happened though, because each of those Lazarus tubes has their own dedicated power supply, their own circuit, and the batteries are full, and they only draw 10 kilowatts, so that must be a game artifact. Cargo hold is full now, that's for sure. All these professional humans. New brothers and sisters, everyone. There's a few humans there. This is a true exodus. And I guess we'll be setting them up in no particular order. I guess we'll rotate them so the ones at the back go first to space. Yeah, we got the 2x2s, but they're all human. Every type of human. Will a bed fit there? If I could get a bed there, that'd be great. Just so we could lay him in it. I'd have to move my Pico scans. That's just a mattress. Oh, that's time. Another time. Everything's looking good. Oh, I brought food with me. Shit. I'll just put it in the receiving crates. That's what they're for. Exactly for that reason. I think we should do a final head count. $22 humans. Not bad. That's 4.5 rockets. We need more humans. We'll make SpaceX look like amateurs with their daily launch count. Seed vault here we haven't explored. This one I have explored. That's where our first humans came from after I cleaned out Dock 37 again. Then we've got another one over here. We can collect 4 more humans, but we just won't be able to do anything with them. Is that new? I've sailed over the top of it. Okay, we'll go here. Nice and close. We'll collect the humans, put them in the pods, but I don't think I'll be able to do anything with them. The wheel is, yeah, there to stop, like if the door open and, you know, for some reason they fall out, I'm hoping that it will stop them. Yeah, you called it. It was also a visual reminder that I had human tubes in there and not to start fights with laser sharks. High-tech security system. The old tire. I think we might just run with no diesel at the moment. We're not going far. Just try and top up the tank. Yeah, they're totally not SpaceX. I did, excuse me, I did leave lots of my equipment back at Lazarus, so we're not doing any combat missions or anything fancy, we're just picking up some humies. And I think we just rolled over the top of them. We did. No, we're still approaching. Oh, wouldn't you know, it's wild weather again. And a fog. It's got to be scripted. It has to be scripted this way. What the... Yeah, we're literally sailing. We're powering ourselves off the wind turbines. No diesel at the moment, and just topping up the diesel tank by refining some fuel. Almost over the dive site. Looks like it's going to be over... just over 100 meters. Whoa, that was a big freak wave. Is that one of the bad ones? No, it's a friendly one. He's coming to have a look at us because we're making noise. They're attracted to sound, I have been informed. And I've also heard that they get angry if they see you with a human seed not in a Lazarus pod. So to preempt that, let's build some Lazarus pods. At least it's fairly shallow. Hello, friends. Welcome to the real world. We have no time to acclimatize you. I am your caretaker. And I try to take... Oh, here's the anchor. This will make it much easier. Just don't get stuck under the boat. Okay, so in early versions it was like that. I would say that it seems to be like that still. There's just different weather. They're not going to make it easy to salvage. Now, let's see if that theory about the angels seeing pods not inside tubes is true. He's looking at me. He's really looking at me. Yeah, that's 100% true. 110% true. And I don't have any freaking weapons on the boat. I do, but I have to make a break for the deck. Will you forget about it? Or are you aggroed forever now? Yeah, I answered my own question. Shite. Looks like we're doing it the hard way. We might need some more pistol ammo. Homicidal caretaker. About to take care of it. Oh, I shot me in the face. I got him. I got him. Don't you dare destroy my solar panels, you ass. Look, I don't have time for this. Alright, he's fouled up in our nets here. Trying to retaliate, but it's too much for him. I am the last robot. BattleBots win. No, we use the saw blade. I defeated a laser shark with this thing too. Alright, where were we? Back to the salvage operation near the anchor. It looks like we've got some drift happening. So that would explain why, when I was building Lazarus, the angels went apeshit. There was 3 up on the roof, and they just went apeshit at me. And I just arrived home with some of these, but I hadn't yet put them in Lazarus pods. So now I know why they did it. They saw me enter the building with naked pods. I had fully planned on leaving them alive, and then they just went, nope, you're the enemy. Now we have an issue here. We are missing 1 seed. It might be easier to see it from below. There it is, under the boat. That's the one I told not to get stuck under the boat. You naughty, naughty seed. Better make room here. He went from first class to coach really quick. Here we come, more humies. Is this the most humans you've seen in a boat? Or is this just standard caretaker shenanigans? Yeah, it appears that they do. I heard it as a rumor, and we just tested that theory, and it was true. As soon as it saw me holding that thing, it was like, you are dead. You are dead to me, caretaker. Alright, let's get these guys back on ice. So we now have exhausted all the close seed vaults. Yeah, be ready for it. Like I said before, when I was building Lazarus, there were 3 up there, and they were relatively friendly except for trying to tackle the donk every time it revved its engine, because they are attracted to sound. But they went vicious, and I had to put them down. But I couldn't think of why, and the only reason I could come up with was that I took the donk downstairs, and they were like, no! Let's get the diesels on. We need to burn some fossil fuel. I said it last night too, if you want to run at maximum speed, keep your dragnet up. I know there's a lot of guys that love the slow boat. Me, I'm a high speed, low drag kind of guy. Let's run the shark over. Yeah, it seems that the angels were in fact made to protect humans or their remnants, and that would probably explain why they are always hovering in midair over seed vaults. Before I discovered that there were seed vaults under the ocean, I was like, why are those things just floating there? It seems broken, but no, it's intended. I tried running my boat with marine fenders all up the side, but every time we came into a port, the port would steal them. It would stick to the port before it stuck to the boat. So they must be hard-coded to be here, despite the fact that you can remove them. Or they just prefer ports. check that's a seed. That is. Every time. And then it sticks again. That is crazy. Okay, so you can't stack pallets. It's annoying as hell. Oh, you don't realize how much this is triggering everyone too, having me use the mooring point for my gyrocopter. I know that it doesn't actually link to it, but I will just state that it's for keeping the gyrocopter on the orange line. I measured the distance, and I can park it anywhere. If I moor it to that point, the tension will bring the gyrocopter back to the center there. So we'll lay that one to rest, hey? It's just a visual guide. It's just like cue that Leonardo DiCaprio meme where he's pointing every time everyone sees the mooring point on the gyro connected to it. I saw someone use their gyrocopter as a tow rope for a whale. Like the poor thing was stretched between the whale and the boat. Towing, I don't know how heavy a robotic whale is, but I'd assume it's quite heavy. Human number 23. 23 is my lucky number. And if you've seen that movie with Jim Carrey called The Number 23, you might know why. It's an excellent movie in my opinion. Human 26 is in the chamber. Let's try and make the professor. We might have enough. Okay, let's do it here. Take your food. We'll do food first. We're after the professor, please. The professor needs a couple of infusions. And I left them at the receiving bay, didn't I? Yes, I did. One more trip back to the dock. Yeah, it just feels like I should at least take some care if I'm playing a caretaker. Every time I drop it, I'm like, oh no. Ah, the receiving bay crate. Yes, this is where it is. I might get my fabricator in the Lazarus chamber to start making the components for those methane canisters as well. I didn't forget the radio this time. This is just a... We're getting one human out. We don't have time for the tunes. Just keep forgetting. Alright. The minimum 2 Ultimate Genesis. This guy needs height and weight, so he's going to need 4 Ultimate Genesis. Yes. Then weight comes from the blue one. No. The fat one. Where's the fat one? Okay, wait. I think this was the one that needed like 8 or 9 weight. Nope, less. Yeah, 7 in total. Okay, let's see if we can make communication. I could have just grown the human in at this pod, but no, I just don't do things easily. Memory box is looking a little bit bare. Well, I guess we just got to try and make the wisdom numbers here. See, that's a huge waste of leadership by doing that, so I won't do it. Yeah. The other chance we have was the star analyzer. But that requires a whole new different set of traits. Strength comes from this one, mitochondrial surge. Then we want creativity, but not food. Oh, I don't have to pick them up. Oh, we get adaptability from the media as well, so we might be able to make the star analyzer. Oh yes, all 3, just from one thing. That's great. Let's take that. Thank you very much. That was the easiest one by far. One memory. Oh, the game crashed again. That happens every time around this time. Unfortunate. Well, I will call it a day. We've finished 22, 23, 24 humans. Next time we come back, you know where they're going, right? We're going to do a mass rocket exodus from Earth. I hope to see you then. Thanks very much for joining me. Commander Tyrael, out.